Hey everybody, Bill and Deb.
Hi there.
We have a reveal for you. Yeah, we have a couple of little things still yet to do, a little bit of caulking here and there, but we, ran out of caulk. But these areas that we still have yet to caulk in the shower are not critical areas. And I'll explain more about that here in a little bit. But anyway, first, show them your shower curtain, dear. Step out of here. That's all right.
I thought they'd seen it.
Well, they have before, but, we have some new followers. In case you haven't noticed, we've had a little bit of a surge of
new subscribers.
And
we appreciate that.
We appreciate that a lot.
Thank you.
But anyway, we put a lot of work into this, and like I say, we might still have a little bit of tweaking to do here and there, but we're fixing to show you the end result.
Yes.
Are you ready to show them, dear?
It's absolutely,
well, go ahead,
in my opinion, gorgeous.
Well, okay, but here we go. And there it is. And we're really, really tickled with it. Are you tickled with it, dear?
I am thrilled. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Well,
in fact, I find Bill back here just staring at it.
Well, yeah, I've been known to just come back here and stare at it and look at it, and
it's like, wow.
Of course, I'm always thinking, what else can I do? And anyway, let me step on past you here, babe, and I'll point out a few things here and there. Where we still have some caulking to do is along this piece of trim right here, and a little bit along this piece of trim right here. However, those pieces, I stuck them with a product called Lexel. And do we have a
right there on the banner too.
Okay, there it is. How'd you like that turnaround I did, folks?
Was kind of dizzying.
Whoa.
Okay, tilt the world.
But I've talked a lot about Lexel in the past, and this is, now you can get it in two different forms. You can get it in a little squeeze tube like this, which I prefer to use in tight spots like this because it's, it's more convenient and easier to use. And you can also get it in the type of tubes that work in a caulking gun. But this stuff is an elastomer sealer. It's not silicone. It's an elastomer sealer. It will flex, but it also works as a great adhesive as well. And so some of these pieces, like that one right there, and this one right here, which we'll talk about that more here in just a little bit, those pieces I went ahead and put Lexel on the back of them and stuck them up there. And this stuff is watertight. The neat thing about Lexel also is that you can even apply it in the wet and it will still go ahead and seal. We use this stuff extensively in when we built the red trailer for sealing the red trailer, sealing leaks in the red trailer, and we used it extensively in the current trailer that we have now, the gray one. The stuff works fantastic and it seals water leaks really, really well. Now, I did not caulk in those corners there. Very little water gets up in there. Now I do intend on putting, eventually a trim piece maybe along there and along over there. Just haven't got to that yet. We ran out of trim pieces. But in this PVC trim, they make a real neat little base shoe. And you can see that right there. And that's what I went ahead and put around the base of the shower here. And of course we caulked all around it. Now this deal that we made here, this was kind of an afterthought. We're going to be replacing this board down here anyway when we redo the floor in here, when we go ahead and do the finished floor, I should say. But it's obvious that water had been dripping, here because I didn't have something like this. So I thought, well, maybe I can build something here that will help stop that. So we built that, and the way we did that, of course, we have a PVC board here, a small piece that I had left over, and then I Lexel'd right here in this corner. I put Lexel in that corner and stuck these two pieces together, and then I shot them with brads. Now, I'm pretty sure when I get another tube of caulk, that I can probably cover those brad holes with the caulk, because that stuff works really, really well for that. But anyway, we've been using the shower now for, I don't know, Well,
we've never stopped using
we've
the
never
shower.
stopped using the shower. Yeah, never stopped using the shower. And when I put this piece up, we kept double checking, and didn't see any.
No, it gives
any
something
evidence.
for the shower curtain to kind of tuck to.
Right. You can tuck the shower curtain up to it, and then it works real well. And the way I kept that from flopping, it's in there good and tight. I made a little block. Let me see if I can get you a better shot. But I made a little block right up there, and that keeps that from flopping. It made it more secure. So I'm really pleased with how that came out. And then, of course, we stuck in a grab bar. And we knew we were going to be doing a grab bar even back when we were insulating the trailer and running the horizontal furring strips, because we have 2 layers of insulation in the walls. We have a 1-inch thick insulation that's between the metal studs, and then we have a 3/4 inch thick foam board insulation that we installed in between horizontal furring strips that we ran, horizontally throughout the trailer. And this grab bar is where it's screwed in right here, goes right into where one of those horizontal furring strips are. So now this corner here, if you'll remember, there's an opening behind that, a narrow opening, but this will allow me access to wiring if I ever need to get in there. And so, I've got that where it's screwed up there, and then I ran caulk down each edge, which of course, I'd have to take a razor knife and cut that caulk away in order to pull that off. But when I put those 2 pieces together, where they come together, I use Lexel there. So theoretically, when I go to take that off, it'll come off as one corner unit if I ever have to take it off to service wiring, say around the tail light and stuff like that right there. The chances of needing to do that are probably pretty slim, but if I ever had to, I would have access to it. And that's, I just wanted to make sure that if I ever needed to, I could. But, the chances of that happening are going to be pretty slim. Altogether, we have 6 coats. Is that right, Deb?
6 coats of polyacrylic.
Yeah. 6 coats of polyacrylic on the walls here. And when you run the water on it, the water just beads right off, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. And
right now I'm drying it because, I'm kind of anal. I want it to be really pretty all the time.
Yeah. So, and it'd probably be a good idea to do that anyway.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'll get a squeegee because that's what a lot of people do with glass showers.
Right.
So I may do that.
Even a tile shower, you should squeegee it off. Or dry it off, because water can get in between the grout joints, and
not only that, it leaves water spots.
Yeah, but you also end up with mold, growing in behind it and bleeding through. So, and
we don't want
that. So, anyway, so are you happy with the shower, baby?
I am extremely happy with the shower, and I'm anxious to get to our next project.
Yeah. One thing that we've never mentioned this whole time, I think most folks figured it out, but the shower stall is actually...
it's 36 by 48.
You're right.
That's the shower pan we bought.
The shower pan.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had to search all over Georgia for it, I remember.
Yeah, I remember, yeah. Yeah, back when we were building this trailer and doing the basic essentials, to get it started, sometimes we would spend all day because products were hard to come by.
Going from town
inventory.
to town.
Yeah. Sometimes we might visit 3 or 4 towns and 2 or 3 or 4 Home Depots and Lowe's.
I think we drove 100 miles out of our way to get this shower pan because they only had one left.
Right. And I believe we got it at Lowe's at the time. So, but, things are getting better now. It's a little bit easier to get stuff. But yeah, on to the next project.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Is it a secret?
Well, not really, and it really doesn't pertain to the trailer.
It does.
In kind of a way it does. Deb has given me a reprieve on the bathroom. Now, we do have some more things, of course, we got to do in the bathroom, and I'll briefly mention that.
Okay.
We do need to go ahead and get this sink installed.
Yes.
And get it hooked up. All the hot and cold plumbing is ran up to the back and everything, so it wouldn't be, hardly anything to hook this part up. The part that I was having trouble with is how to run my drain off of this sink. And then finally, I found this fitting, which is going to help me with that. And the drain is going to go down into the sump pump, which is down below this section of flooring here. But that is going to be a subject for another video.
Yes.
And how we do that.
Well,
and
because right now we have
be,
access to saws.
Mm-hmm.
And if y'all have been following us for very long, you know one of the main reasons Bill got me to build a bigger trailer was he needed a practice area, an area where he could sit down, pull out his guitar, and practice. So.
But it's still been difficult to do, and I've
yes.
got a lot of, you know, my practice gear is you know, small and compact. However, it still takes me a little bit to get everything all set up before I can ever start plinking on the guitar and practice
and
singing.
You're out of the mood.
Yeah, takes longer to go ahead and pull all the stuff out and hook it all up. So I've been racking my brain on how to build a rack that all this stuff would mount in, that all I'd have to do is just slide it out from underneath the table.
The fold-down table.
The fold-down table that you see right over there. So that all I would have to do is just slide it out from underneath that table, and it'll be narrow enough and small enough that we can slide it in the center of the table, and we'll still have room to sit and eat on either side.
Right.
But, you know, I've come up with this way where I can mount my mixer. Now, the mixer is what I use when I'm doing shows in front of crowds, like at the rendezvous and things like that. For my practice sections and recording, on some of the recordings that I do, I have another recorder device, which, you know, is real simple and compact. However, here again, it takes a while to get everything all hooked up and plugged in. So I'm going to build this rack where it not only can I use it for my live shows, but I can also pull it out there, and my little recording unit and everything is attached to it as well. And it doesn't take maybe 10 minutes to get ready to start practicing and recording.
Which is good. And
which is good.
Since we have access to saws, now's the perfect time to do
So,
that.
you know, it's not going to be something that a lot of people are interested in, but some of you that are musicians out there, you might see something that maybe you could use from this. And
hey, if you're not a musician, that's a great place to build another pantry.
Yeah, but, you know, it's, you know, since the rendezvous in Arkansas, I've only picked up the guitar maybe a couple times since then, and I only was able to sit and plunk on it for about maybe an hour,
right.
You know.
And we've got to redo that because you got another show coming
I got another show coming up, you know, at the rendezvous that's going to be held February the 20th through the 27th.
That's coming on
at
fast.
Ichetuckney Family Canoe and Cabins near Fort White, Florida.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the campground is book solid, folks. Anyway.
But they may have some.
Right.
And if you can come for the day, that would be perfect.
And if you can come for the day, and we will, we have sent the itinerary, the activities that we're going to be having daily to the person that handles our website for us. We're still waiting for the itinerary to get posted to the website.
Yes.
But anyway, eventually
story.
It'll be up there, but we'll talk about that at another time.
Yes.
Anyway, I guess we're going to let you go. Give you one more look at this before we go. And we're really, really tickled with how it came out. Oh, and this is that tower that Deb got, and it's working out very, very well. I do intend, I use a mirror, a handheld mirror in the shower, which is right here. And I'm going to mount a hook right over here where I can just hang the mirror on a little hook there, because I can see that thing falling eventually and breaking, and then I'll be stepping on it. And
that wouldn't be good.
Anyway, we're going to let you go for now, folks. Stay tuned. There'll be another project soon. We're going to go pick up some materials for that today. And you know, it's going to be how I'm going to build this rack. And, you know, you could use the same techniques that I'm going to do in this to build other things. So
that's right.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to let you go for now. This is Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures, and you know exactly what we're going to say. We're not camping.
We're living.
Y'all get out there, do some living, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.